Hey, what's going on everyone? So today we're going to be doing a power test between the Lectric XP4 500 watt version and the Lectric XP4 750 watt version. Now this bike is $999 currently with free shipping, and that one is $1299. I'll put links down below if you guys are interested in picking up either one of these bikes, and make sure you check out my initial video that shows you everything you need to know about these bikes, the features, what kind of power it has on a long ride through the Grand Canyon. And I do want to disclose that Lectric did send me these bikes to test out, but you're going to see for yourself whether or not these bikes have more power than each other or if they're powerful enough. And we're going to be doing a series on these bikes. I'm going to be making a few videos, possibly a range test, who knows. I'm going to be filming different videos throughout the summer. Maybe I'll make a series, so stick around, join if you find this video interesting and helpful, and I'll see you in those videos. But what we're going to do is we're going to take each one of these bikes up a hill that I usually go up in the beginning of every one of my test videos, but I'm going to have my son on the back. He's about 75 pounds and I'm about 165, so a combined weight of 240 pounds. So let's see if they both make it up the hill with throttle only and how fast it makes it up. Thanks for watching, everyone. All right, here we go, guys. Throttle only on the 500 watt bike, and this is 65 Newton meters of torque is what they rate it for, 12 miles an hour. Now the tire size is set to the same on both these bikes, 22.2 inches. So we're not going to GPS it, we're just going to go off the bike display. 7, 6, 5, 4, sounding funny, 3, 2. We're going to say about right there. That's about where we're going to say. Grab a stick, bud, put a stick here so we know how far we got. And then we're going to hop on the 750 and see if we can make it any further. It started sounding a little bit weird. Put it right at the front of the wheel, but over that way a little bit. Perfect. So we got a stick there. I'm gonna go grab the 750. Just wait right there. I'll pick you up on the way back. Okay. Well, go ahead and get on. We'll see if we can pedal up from a standstill. I'm in the wrong gear. I'm in like 4th gear. Ready? Yep. Let me try to downshift. There we go, 1st gear. So a little bit of pedaling, right up at no problem. And like I said, this is a combined weight of 260 pounds. 240. Sorry, 240 pounds. All right, guys, so let's try this one. Now, the 500 watt one has 55 Newton meters of torque, not 65 like I said. And this one has 85 Newton meters of torque. So let's see if that 30 Newton meters of torque makes a huge difference. And this one has a 24 amp controller compared to the 20 amp controller on the 500 watt version. All right, here we go, throttle only. And it started out a little bit funny, kind of surging a little bit there. Oh, why'd it change screens on me? We're in turbo mode. 1286 watts of output. There's the stick. Right past it, no problem. 1286 watts of output, but it is kind of surging a little bit. E08 error code. That's weird. Throttle something. So it was surging a little bit there at the end, and it actually did it when I first pulled out, but it definitely has way more power than the 500 watt bike. It pulled us up no problem with just throttle only. But I'm going to try that again because that was a weird error code and a little bit of surge in there. So I don't know what that was all about. All right, here we go. 2nd time. Throttle fault. Maybe there's something wrong with the throttle on this bike. Seems good now. 1286 watts still. No problem. Let's start pedaling. Throttle fault. I don't know why it's giving me a throttle fault error. Let me try pedaling it with just the pedals with the torque sensor and see what it does. All right, here we go. So now I'm just going to pedal very easily. I'm in 1st gear here. I'm going to try to put minimal effort in. Switch screens here. 1286 watts there. And it's bumping up and down. It's not surging now, still pumping out 1286 watts. So maybe there's something wrong with the throttle on this one. I'm not 100% sure, but when I tried it that time with pedaling just a little bit, it didn't do it. So I'm assuming it's something with the throttle. All right, here we go, grassy hill test. See how far we make it. Right here, which is about the same as the Lectric XP 3.0. Let's see if I can start from here and pedal up this. I doubt it. Oh, I did it. Wasn't very easy, but I did it. And when I started this test, I started with full batteries on both bikes. One thing I noticed is this bike fully charged up to 54.4 volts, and the 750 watt bike charged up to 53.8. So it might take a few charge cycles to condition these batteries to get them balanced out. I'm gonna keep an eye on that as well. And here we go with 750 watts. Yeah, there was a little surge there for some reason. Strange. Made it a little bit further. So 85 newton meters of torque, I would say it made it about 4 feet further, but it has a weird surge into it, which was very odd. But it definitely crushed the 500 watt bike going up the paved hill, but not much more on this one. I didn't expect it to make it, but made it pretty far. Yeah, I'm still getting a little bit of weird surging going on. All right, here we go. Pedaling just a little bit. No problem, right up it. And I didn't feel it surging that time, so maybe there is something wrong with this throttle. Not sure, but you can see just very, very slight little bit of pedal pulled me right up that pretty steep hill. All right, so now we're gonna try the Lectric XP Trike. And this is probably one of the most affordable trikes in the United States. That's probably why it's been the most popular over the past year or so. Go check out the review video. But this has a 500 watt motor in the rear that powers both rear wheels. A lot of trikes only have a motor in the front. And the problem with that is when the motor's in the front and you get on a hill, the front wheel is going to want to spin out on you because there's no weight on the wheel. So we're going to see how this one does up that hill. Now, I don't expect it to make it up there whatsoever with just throttle, but we're going to see what it'll do. All right, here we go. Throttle only. And I made it about, I'd say about halfway with just throttle. Now let me try again pedaling and see what it does. This is going to be fun. I better get off of it. All right, here we go, pedaling. Let's see if we can make it. And I made it up, pedaling a little bit. Now this is what you're gonna wanna know on a trike. If you're on a hillside, it's really gonna feel kind of unsteady. So be careful on a hillside on a trike. Let's try to pedal just from the bottom. Very, very minimal wheel spin there on the top on the one wheel once I started the crest up over the top and got on an angle, but didn't spin at all whatsoever coming up there with me pedaling a little bit. Made it up, but it will not make it up with just throttle. Let me know what you thought down below. So let me know your thoughts and opinions down below, guys. And like I said, stick around for future updates, future videos, and I will see all of you around on the next one. And don't forget to use the link down below if you guys want to help support this channel. If you find my review videos helpful, I'd really appreciate it. And I want to thank you guys in advance. So see you guys around on the next one.